Welcome back, my amazing 5th grade artists. It's time to start our winter art project, Hot Cup of Winter. Our learning goal for this project is a drawing, and a drawing is when we produce an artwork through drawing that utilizes types of lines, shapes, textures, and patterns. Our learning targets for this project are, I can use lines and shapes in my art, and I can use good craftsmanship. What is a line? A line is an element of art defined by a point moving in space. It is probably the most fundamental of the elements of design, as it is usually the starting place for much of artistic creation. Lines can be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, or curved. What is a shape? A shape is a two-dimensional area confined by an actual line or an implied line, like an edge, for example. In drawing, shapes are created when the ends of lines are joined to enclose areas. As you can see on this slide, there's a square and a circle. And a line starts when your pencil or whatever you're drawing with touches your paper, and then it becomes a shape whenever that line goes around and then closes and makes what we call a shape. The materials you'll need for this project are a piece of white paper, a pencil, a Sharpie, watercolor paints or markers, or crayons. All right, boys and girls, it's time to begin. Hi, boys and girls. Now we're ready to start our Cup of Winter drawing picture. All right, so the first thing we want to do is set up your piece of white unlined paper that is set up vertically, which is long way up and down or hamburger style. And our step one, we're going to, in the center area, we're going to draw one side of our cup. And it is going to be a diagonal line. So it's not a straight line, it has a little curve to it. Step two, we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to draw a little line straight across. Step number three, we're going to draw a line that looks just like this one, going in this direction. So it's another diagonal line. And now for our next step, at the top, we're going to connect these two lines, but not with a straight line. We're going to connect it with a curved line that goes up. So it's going to curve up and stop at the other side. And for the next step, we're going to make another curved line, and it's going to start from corner to corner, from this corner to this corner, and it's going to curve the other way down. Our next step, you're going to choose which side you'd like your handle on. You can add a handle on both sides, or you can pick your left or your right side. I'm going to go ahead and put one on my right side. And all it is it goes out and it curves around and stops at the other side. And we're going to do the same exact type of line we just did, the curved line, but we're going to make it smaller in the same direction to make the handle of our cup. Now we're going to create a plate or a saucer for our cup to sit on. So the first thing I want you to do to make this easier is we're going to put a little mark here, and we're going to make a little mark here underneath where our handle is for our cup. And those two are going to help us guide where we're going to start, go around, and stop. So now you're going to go and you're going to start at one end, one mark, and you're going to go down, around, and you're going to come back up on the other side and stop right where your mark was. So round and stop where the mark was. Now we're going to create a line in the background, because right now our cup looks like it's floating in the middle of the paper, and what we want to do is anchor it down. So we're going to start on one end of our paper, and we're going to make a straight line and stop at the cup. With our finger, we're going to imagine that this line, we're extending the whole way across the cup. We don't want to make a line through our cup, but we want to use our finger and make an imaginary line all the way across. It's going to come out this end, stop again, come out, all the way across to the edge of the paper. So now our cup looks like it's sitting on a plate, which is sitting on a table. Now we're going to make some steam coming out of our hot cup of winter. So now we're going to make some curvy lines or wavy lines coming out of our cup.
to give the illusion that something is in there that is hot. Now for your last step, I want you to add some detail, and I want you to pick a pattern for the background at the top where the wall would be, and I want you to pick a pattern for where the bottom would be. Remember, we're using those folk art styles, and they are big patterns. You can use any pattern in either one, but I want you to do one pattern up here and a separate one down below. So I'm going to just add some diagonal lines to the top part of my picture. Remember, using folk art is making our designs big. And down below, I'm just gonna do some wavy lines similar to the steam that's coming out of my cup. You do not have to do the same design patterns that I did. You can do your own. Just make sure that they're nice and big. If you'd like to add a small design inside your cup, you can. I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add a little design inside my cup. And I'm going to add another little design on my plate, my saucer, where my cup is sitting. So I want you to add some little extra details, and that completes the drawing of your cup.
Before we add color to our project, let's do a little art review on what good craftsmanship is. What is good craftsmanship? Showing good craftsmanship means showing good quality in your artwork. How can we tell if we are using good craftsmanship? There are lots of different ways we can show good craftsmanship in our artwork. Some of the most important things to look for are coloring. Are you coloring in all of the places that your artwork needs color, or are you leaving empty or white spaces? Details. Are you adding extra details to your artwork? Patience. Are you paying attention to what you are making and taking your time, not rushing to finish your artwork early? Coloring. Let's take a look at these 4 pictures of a flower. The 4 is the one that's colored the best. A 3 would be the next best, and then you have 2 and 1. The 4 has no white spots showing. They took their time and filled in all the spots with color. Number 3, you can see some white spots, but they still did a very good job filling in all of the spaces and staying in the lines. 2, there's a lot of white spots showing, but we are seeing some color. And 1, there's barely any color. They left out the center, and there's not a lot showing. Details. Let's look at these pictures of burgers that were made using construction paper. We have a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. The number 4 burger shows extra details. It's a tall burger with a lot of different ingredients, and they also added an extra side of French fries, which would be adding extra details. The number 3 did have some cheese and tomatoes added to their burger, which does mean that they added some details, but not as many as the number 4. 2 only added a piece of cheese, and 1 was just a simple burger of a burger and the bun. Patience. Here we have 4 drawings of an eye, and each drawing is a little bit different. Number 4, the eye has extra details added. They started to do a little shading with their picture and adding extra details. Number 3 is a very good drawing, but it doesn't have as many details as number 4, but it's still a very good drawing. Number 2 is pretty basic, but it's leaving out some of the parts of the eye that we might need, like eyelashes. And number 1 doesn't have many details at all. Now we're ready to add some color to our picture. The materials that you'll need for adding color are your choice: markers, crayons, or paint. All right, boys and girls, it's time to finish up. forget to upload your artwork when you're finished. Stay tuned for a video on exactly how to upload your artwork to Canvas. I'm going to show you how you're going to upload your artwork into Canvas for art. When you click your module and you have your assignment, under your assignment, you're going to see an option that says Upload Your Artwork Here. When you see Upload Your Artwork Here, you're going to click it. And up here in the corner, it will say Submit Assignment. You're going to click Submit Assignment. And once you've taken a photograph of your artwork and you're ready to submit it, it's under the File Upload button where it says File, you're going to click Browse. You're going to find your art project. So I'll click this one. Once you have your art project selected, then you're going to hit Submit Assignment. Once you've hit Submit Your Assignment, it should say over here, Submit It. Once it's submitted, that's all you need to do. All right, boys and girls, see you next time.